trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? What's in the trash? Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study. Trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study.
So people are going through the trash. So people are going through the trash. They're sorting the trash. There are companies going through trash. They're sorting the trash. There's people sorting trash. It happens. This is what they do. 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 They're sorting the trash. There's people sorting trash.
I wouldn't want my bag to be one of those bags.
This is what they do.
I wouldn't want my bag to be one of those bags.
They do. It happens. This is what 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 they do. Happens. This is what they do. It 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 happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what they do. It happens. This is what they do.
Bags of trash and trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, part of the zero waste program to see what's in the trash, 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 trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study.
So people are going through the trash. So people are going through the trash. They're sorting the trash. There are companies going through trash. They're sorting the trash. There's people sorting trash. It happens. This is what they do. 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 They're sorting the trash. There's people sorting trash.
I wouldn't want my bag to be one of those bags.
This is what they do.
I wouldn't want my bag to be one of those bags.
They do. It happens. This is what they do. It happens. This is what they do. It happens. This is what they do. It It happens. This is what they do. 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 It happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what they do. It happens. This is what they do.
Bags of trash and trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, part of the zero waste program to see what's in the trash, 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 trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, what's in the trash, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study, trying to figure out, I guess, doing some kind of a study.
So people are going through the trash. So people are going through the trash. They're sorting the trash. There are companies going through trash. They're sorting the trash. There's people sorting trash. It happens. This is what they do. 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 They're sorting the trash. There's people sorting trash.
I wouldn't want my bag to be one of those bags.
This is what they do.
I wouldn't want my bag to be one of those bags.
They do. It happens. This is what 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 they do. Happens. This is what they do. It 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 happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what they do. It happens. This is what they do.
Okay. You wrap up. 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 Thank you. You wrap up. 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 Thank you. You wrap up. You wrap up. You wrap up. Thank you. You wrap up.
I didn't see any of you in October 2020.
Thank you.
Senior tax work-off program.
You wrap up.
I didn't see any of you in
You
October
wrap up.
2020.
You wrap up.
Tax work-off
Thank you.
program. Senior tax work-off program.
You wrap up.
I didn't see any of you in
You
October
wrap up.
2020.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, tax work-off program. Yes, Mr. Chairman, tax work-off program.
Those adjourn. Those in favor, vote so ordered. Okay. You wrap up. 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 Thank you.
All right, everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of Worcester Council Theater 3000. Special coverage, State of the City. We are ready to go live here in just mere moments. I'm Brian O'Donnell. This is Bill Shaner. Bill, how are you? Are you excited about the state of the city?
Oh, I'm just thrilled. I'm just so stoked to be watching this. How will he spin this one? People are calling for his resignation. Nice white liberals calling for his resignation. That's never good.
Nope.
Especially in an election year. So, yeah, we shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
It's very exciting. I think we're all excited by the idea that they're being dumb and weird, more so than usual. And what is that going to get us? Chaos. And that's great for the show, I must say.
It is.
I must say it's great for the show.
Yeah, we sort of tend to thrive in chaos.
Yeah.
One could make the argument, and I'm sure many have, that we've sowed much of this chaos.
I would say that there's a fair amount of people that would absolutely make that argument. And I'm fine with them making that argument because that's what our express purpose is.
Yeah, keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep saying our name here at Worcester Council Theater 3000.
Stop making us sound so cool. That's what I say. There's going to be the poet laureate of the city is going to make an address or have a small performance, and we'll be nice and appreciative of that.
You cut out, I think.
Can you hear me?
I think you're cut out,
Can everybody hear me? And can Bill not hear me?
Sound off. Can you hear Brian? Because I can't.
I can hear you. Let's hear it, chat. Let's hear it. Can you hear?
Let's see.
This is an argument between us about who can. All right, so they can hear me.
Oh, it's just me.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything.
So that's on you.
Hey, all right.
Right. Good. The people can hear us both. So
Sorry
yeah,
about that.
the city poet laureate is going to perform first, and then after that, we're going to be rude the whole time.
Yeah, we'll be nice to the poet laureate. I mean, I might be a little bit of a dick. I can't help myself.
Hey, if the poem sucks, then guess what? We're going to tell you.
You got to get used to it.
You got to get used to it. If you're going to be the poet laureate, you're going to have to deal with these two guys right here telling you what poetry is all about.
Yeah. Speaking of poetry, I made a band camp for my Worcester Council Theater songs.
Hey.
Where is the link for that? I just did that earlier today. Worcester Sucks MP3. Worcester _. Wait, hold on.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, tax work-off program.
Listen to that.
That's
of course the famous debut hit, and the folks that were early tonight heard the brand new premiere song, which I'll bring back up. Is the official title is "What's in the Trash"?
What's in the trash, baby? I made album art. I made everything. I sent it to you in the private checks. I can't comment on the regular check.
Yes. I pick up Blue Litter does want to license this.
You can use the jams. You can do whatever you want with them. Remix them. Put in a bunch of gunshots and fart noises.
I mean, just a certified banger.
Yeah, dude, I got my MIDI keyboard. It's so fun. Just taking
Bill, I meant to ask you this offline, but I'm just gonna say it here. Will you make a theme song for my QB Halloween podcast?
Yeah, sure.
If I send you audio clips to incorporate.
Yes, then I can do it very easily. If you just send me your favorite audio clips.
It's gonna be a lot of yelling.
Yep. I can do that. I can do that.
I need a good one. Yeah, so they're regular ass people are calling for the city manager to step
link for
down
that.
or be fired. This issue of not only the handling of Eureka Street, but the security theater that's gone on at City Hall in the immediate aftermath
Yep.
is gross. And
It's
then
been real bad.
the Human Rights Committee
Yeah.
basically
So
removing two staunch members of the committee and replacing them with the police chaplain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm halfway through watching the Human Rights Commission meeting from yesterday, and it is something else. Oh, it looks like the city of Worcester just went live with the State of the City address.
Yeah, I have it. I have
Okay.
the save
Okay,
screen
cool.
up.
Gotcha. I just logged on to Facebook to get that link for that change.org petition to get rid of Batista. Very interesting.
Yeah, everyone sign it.
Yeah, fucking why not?
Even if you disagree, even if you like what he's doing, which you shouldn't, but even if you are psyched on everything, the chaos is very fun, and that's what that's what we want to
Chaos
see
is
more.
fun and good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll grab it.
Oh, and then what else do we got? Steve Quist succeeded in his townie quest to get Ashley Spring kicked off the school committee ballot.
Okay, is that what happened?
That is what happened. Steve Quist filed a rare, I don't even know. It's called a chat. You can challenge someone's candidacy. And then Nico did a lot of work investigating
to make sure
challenge.
that happened. What were the grounds on which it was?
So Ashley was apparently splitting time between an address in Bolton and an address in Worcester. So they got Ashley on residency because the last time that they voted, it was in Bolton, which was less than a year ago, and you have to be living in the city for a year to run for.
A year from the election, or a year from when you?
You know what?
Because that was my question the whole time.
Yeah, I don't even want to get too
deep
into the nitty gritty of the rules because that can just be bent any way you want it.
Sure.
The election commission could have just been like, this is crazy. I mean, we're going to vote to keep Ashley on the ballot. Nico was pressing them like, you have to vote on the facts of the case in front of you. It's just like, why does no one get involved? Why does no one vote?
Right.
Because you fucking punish people who try.
Yeah. What happened to Nico?
Nico has gone full, just, I don't know, man. Okay, I have the change.org petition. It's the longest link I've ever seen in my life.
I threw it in the chat. I found it.
Oh, you already found it?
Yeah.
I might as well sign it while I'm here. Sign the petition. Boom.
Fit him in there. You guys remember that? Remember Gallo video?
Gallo, yes, yeah.
Those are good commercials.
Yeah, those are good commercials. We gotta get in the commercial game.
We do need to get in the commercial game. Does anybody in the chat have a business that they want us to make a commercial for? I would really love to do that.
I would love to do that. That'd be fun.
Brendan, do you have any businesses that we can make a commercial for?
Does anyone in the chat have a business we can ruin forever?
Yes. Yeah. Same question, different wording.
Yeah, you guys can do a business for my real estate stuff if you want. I'd love to have Bill do a business for the real estate half of my life. I think that would actually be the most genius thing.
I'll work on the script tonight.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Ooh, Worcester litter commercial.
Yeah.
A commercial for littering, like a pro littering
A
PSA.
pro littering commercial. They're done. Votary. They're gone. They folded up shop.
Did they really?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they're done as a company, but they're out of Worcester for sure. I think it's because the guy from Votary emailed me and Sean and about working with us, and we said get fucked, loser, and then said go clean your room, Jordan Peterson, you bitch. And he said mature, and then never emailed us again. Yeah, we're as a group of people, we are willing to burn bridges for our, I don't know, I guess you could say morals, but for laughs more than anything.
Yeah, laughs are morals. If your morals are about having fun and having a good time, hanging out.
They're still on the preview screen.
That's all right.
They take longer to get started than we do.
They must be updating their Macs. That's what
They're probably trying to download Bill's song.
Yeah, it's a WAV file, so watch out.
That's
Actually, no,
a great
Bandcamp lets
idea.
you download MP3s and stuff.
I just saw Blue Collar Vintage Salvage in Worcester and Leicester. Anthony, great guy. He thinks that he has the change sign from Dream Machine. That was above like the quarter machine. And I just thought that was a fun. The neon's all broken, but the like the glass itself is broken, but it's all there.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I love ephemera that only matters to a small amount of people. That's my kind of collectibles. Yeah. Yeah, Batista, he'll be on a Zoom through 3 VPNs so nobody can find out where he is and get to him.
Yeah, he's deep within the Batista bunker. It's under
the apartment that he sold at Augustus.
It's under the apartment that he sold at Augustus. That's right. So crazy that happened.
Still a thing. Still actually exists.
Yeah. So I mean, there until they get started, there's not a lot on this front to really analyze. I don't think we have an idea of what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a very gaslighty. All right, here we go.
Do you remember when the sign fell down last year? That was pretty sick.
That was, dude. Yes. Fuck. That was so good.
It was like, we're gonna be the best managed city in the country, and then it was like white paper sign falls off podium. So sick.
Right.
What a bold claim. We aren't even the best managed city in fucking Worcester, dude. Like, it's crazy.
Paul Matthews on stage.
I'm
also the executive director and CEO of the Worcester Regional Research
Look at this long Zoom.
which is one of the hosts this evening with the city of Worcester.
What's
The
this
Bureau
fucking
is in its 40th year. I'm
Ocean's
the third
11?
executive director.
Slow long
We
Zoom.
represent 40 years of continuous data-driven,
We don't have any
objective,
captions,
non-political
folks. The
policy research
captions on Facebook
that's
aren't working.
intended to help inform the public and guide our policymakers on a local, regional, and state level. So, as part of our overall mission,
security firm, Canberra.
transparency,
There's definitely some
government
there in terms of
decision-making,
digging into
we
that.
embarked, this is our third State of the City address. Both of the prior efforts have been a great success. Particularly notable was last year's here at the
All right,
J.
I will be
And,
right back. I
also
have
City
to
Manager Eric Batista.
swap out
So I
my
want to
interface
thank
setup.
all the staff of the
That's,
JMAC for doing such a
that's
wonderful
code for
job
pissing.
as a community institution
No.
and asset. Not only the
I
city
figured out how
hosting
to
this address,
pipe music into
but
my
in so
pod
many
track
other
from my other
ways serving the
interface. It's
community.
very
We
exciting.
actually brought our national peers here in 2023 and had a 2-day national conference here at the JMAC. So it's well known nationally, not just here in the city of Worcester.
Rest of the body
It's
cam
my
footage.
pleasure and honor,
Now I have to stick around for a
to
little
be
bit to
here
prove to
tonight
Brian
in
that I'm
order
not
to
trying to
kick
just
off
go to
our
the fucking bathroom.
proceedings.
Hey, you
And
can pee
I
if
think
you
it's
want, man. I
particularly
don't know.
important to
Free
note
country.
No,
the
no.
city
Now
charter
it's a pride thing.
states
Now
the
it's
city
now it's
manager,
a
and I'm
now it's a
quoting,
contest.
reading from it, is the Chief Administrative and Executive Officer of the city and shall be responsible to the City Council for the proper administration of
Is he reading
all
us the
city
charter now?
affairs
That's what's
properly
happening?
entrusted to him or
Yeah.
her. So the city manager has day-to-day purview of city affairs.
Oh,
I'm,
interesting.
very
That's great.
fortunate to have known Eric Batista well
Thank you
before he
for
became city
researching that,
manager
Worcester
and worked closely
Regional
with
Research
him
Bureau.
when he was working tirelessly to support the public
All right.
needs of the city of Worcester behind the public eye.
There he
and
goes,
throughout his
piss
urbanization
boy.
Before he ascended to the city managership. And I can tell you, as someone who's been a longtime city resident, a parent of two, and he literally has an eye on Worcester's future every time he looks at his two children. So I think we're very fortunate to be led by Eric as city CEO, but frankly, he's only as
That's
good as the
dark.
community
You look at
he
your
leads.
kids and you think of the
We're
what's
all
the
here
future of
tonight
Worcester.
to hear his message and hear what challenges and opportunities are facing Worcester. And
Yeah.
we call upon everyone to work
It's a horrifying
together.
thought.
Worcester has a long tradition of coming together as a community, new residents, old residents, immigrants, longtime residents, institutions, employers, nonprofits, to work together to overcome the challenges and maximize the benefits of the opportunities that we have. So while I'm looking forward to hearing what Eric has to say as city manager, it is incumbent upon all of us to see what we can do to ensure that Worcester's future remains as bright as it deserves. So on that note, I do want to next introduce Father Reverend Hugo Cano from the Cathedral Church of St. Paul. He's the rector of St. Paul. I learned today, as a lifelong Catholic, that the rector takes care of a cathedral or church that's under the purview of the bishop. So you learn something every day. He's a native of Columbia. He was
didn't
named
know that?
rector in June 2021. He's the director of the Diocese's Office of Hispanic Ministry, and he deserves our congratulations because this week he earned his master's from BC. So, Father.
Wow.
What a weird program you have us watching tonight, Brian.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Let us be in the presence of the Lord. Merciful God, we come before you with
Wait,
humble
what?
hearts, lifting up the city of Worcester and all who call it home.
Why are we doing
Every
prayers?
city reflects your compassionate and merciful care for our common home and its people. And we feel privileged
Eric's looking
to
for
be
any
part of a
protection he can get at
city
this
Yeah,
rich in
for
diversity,
fucking real. What?
cultures, colors, languages, flavors, gifts, and talents. We are grateful for your abundant care. During this period of growth and challenges,
Like some
we
fucking NASCAR
recognize
shit.
the diversity of it. Within our community, we recognize we have homelessness,
I
food
don't remember.
insecurity,
I remember.
economic
I guess I
uncertainty,
blocked it out,
and
but
the
I remember.
difficulties faced
Like,
by our new immigrants.
I don't remember
Many brothers
explicit
and
prayers.
sisters are experiencing fear
They do them
and
from time to time, and I can
discrimination
never
in a
make
city
sense
that was
of when
built
they
by immigrants and enriched
call them,
by
like
the
they do at council
diversity
sometimes
of
as
its
well, too.
people. We yearn to be a community that respects human dignity,
Yeesh.
truth, freedom, and justice, while being committed to the common good. As children of
We
God,
used to do it more frequently.
grant us the ability to
Yoich.
cultivate
Oh,
fraternal
sorry, I'm not a fan.
coexistence,
Um,
loving everyone without
and they would
excluding
rotate through
anyone.
various.
Help us
It was
in
basically open to anyone
solidarity
who wanted to come
to
in.
live in solidarity with the poor
Right.
and
Any
work toward
denomination and religion that wanted to come
reconciliation
through.
and peace.
But it seems like it's been a
We
while.
pray for
since-
resilience, for healing, for
This is not a short
strength
prayer, Brian.
to confront this
No, it's a pretty long
difficulty with
prayer.
compassion and with unwavering hope.
Gonna do 15
May your
Hail Marys
guiding
when this is
light
over.
inspire us to work together, support one another,
Blah blah blah. Yeah.
and
God.
build a city
Whatever.
rooted in justice, kindness, and understanding. Grant wisdom to our leaders, courage to our residents, and healing to those in greatest need. Help us see the potential for renewal and unity among adversity. May Worcester be a place where everyone feels valued, safe, and empowered to thrive. We trust in your grace. We trust in your mercy to lead us toward a brighter future. May our actions reflect love and solidarity, and may hope shine brightly in our hearts and in our city of Worcester. Amen.
Aw. The
Serious
interpreter's
question.
lonely.
Do you get a pass on
Thank you very much,
pronouncing
Father,
Worcester
for the
weird
very
if it's
moving
because of an
prayer.
accent?
And
Yes,
next
I think you
want
do.
to
Do you?
say
I'm
it's an
it's
honor
being
to
serious.
introduce
Like,
a
Yeah, no, I think you do.
upcoming
because us
body
saying it right is the
alum,
byproduct
given
of
the
our
fact I'm an
DGen
alum and the
accent. So
father
I'm not
of
sure.
John
Like,
Nayeli Roman, who's going to lead us in the national anthem.
I think you do.
okay.
And I think people that do have accents should say it weirder than they like naturally would, just to
Rub it in.
yeah.
Because-
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air.
On the left side of the screen is the back wall of that room. He didn't need a microphone.
That a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
This is definitely one of the best jobs in sign language. Like, every sign language translator just must be dying for the opportunity to do this.
Yeah.
land of the free and the home
Ooh.
of the brave.
Ms. Muffet, are you from Texas? And if so, do you have any idea why there are so many people from Texas
Wow,
in
what a
Worcester
fantastic job.
currently?
You did Doherty proud.
I feel like every 10th license plate I see in Worcester these days
Thank you very
is a
much.
Texas
And I
plate.
next need to introduce Oliver de la Paz, the city's poet laureate for 2023.
The refugees.
2025.
Yeah,
Not
I
only
mean,
does
well,
he
I'm
have
just
that
curious
title,
if
but
we
he's
are
the
actually
author
seeing an
and editor of
influx of
7
people.
books. One, The Boy in the
Moving up
Labyrinth,
this
was
way.
a finalist for the Mass Book Award. in
You know, I was going to make, I
Another,
initially always think that it's
Beats
probably
Correspondence,
ice,
was
and then they end
awarded
up
the
being like
2023
old white
New England
ladies
Book
or like
Award,
middle-aged white
and was
ladies
longlisted
in
for
nice
the
cars. I
National
mean,
Book
could be,
Award.
but it's not
He
ice.
serves
It's
on the board
people in
Undercover
floppy
ice.
hats.
daily, and also on the board for the Worcester County
And they're not
Poetry
berets. They're just like
Association.
trendy
He's
floppy
also the
hats.
James N. and Sarah L. O'Reilly Barrett Professor in Creative Writing at our very own College of the Holy Cross.
Brian, am I muddled to you?
A little bit. I adjusted your audio
Yeah.
a little bit, but
In praise of Worcester, city of
when the
journeys,
stream is loud, it's cutting off.
city
it's
of the
like
rusted
cutting
hush
off
of
your sound.
dawn, where asphalt whispers in 50 tongues. Spanish lullabies in kitchens, the prayers in Farsi rising from rooftops, where each consonant stirs in mouths as kids trade verses on Green Hill like they're swapping family secrets. City of journeys, who carries countries in its lungs, city who bends light into stovetop steam, turning cumin into compasses, whose hands remember oceans as they fold dumplings sizzling in the backdrop
I'm getting
of
hungry.
receding snow. City of smokestacks and once frozen roofs that wear exiles like golden cloaks reflecting the spring sun. You crack-toothed, beautiful city, where winters chew through steel and bloom out poets into sidewalks once stained with salt. You beautiful city, where we find home in corner bodegas and our brilliant lives hemmed together with second shifts. City whose abuelas stitch the names of every grandchild into blankets as if to anchor them to the land. Whose after-school light
spills from Chandler Street windows and laughter at Kelly Square crosswalks, where odors of cassava and kielbasa, pho and pierogies waft to join the air, where many stories are told in broken English, and where every block is built and rebuilt for all the mothers who sing to their sleeping children songs both remembered and newly made.
I don't mean this to be rude. I just mean cynically.
Thank you very much for
I
that
think I
very
could be a
stirring
poet
reading, and I hope it will be
if I
available
wanted to
later
be.
for
If I was going to be
people.
cynical about it.
I next need to introduce someone who literally needs no
I could fake
introduction, Mayor Joseph Petty. I will formally note he's serving his 14th term on the City Council and his 7th term as mayor, which includes serving as chair of the Worcester School Committee. So because he's the longest serving mayor in the city's history, I'm sure everyone in this room has met him multiple times. So I feel no need to actually
Right
introduce
back.
him, but Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Paul, and good evening, everyone, and welcome. I want to thank you all for being in here. I want to recognize some of our elected officials. We have Jesse Litterman from Senator Markey's office is with us, Kiana James from Senator Kennedy's office, at-large City Council Kate Toomey, at-large City
That's
Council
fair, Miss
Donna
Wilson. It's just the
Colorio,
license plate's been throwing me
District
off.
1 City Council Jenny Pasillo, District 2 City Councilor Candy Merrill Carlson, District 4 City Council Louis O'Hader, and District D School Committee Alex Guardiola. And I also want to thank our performers, Niali Roman of Dory Memorial High School, and of course, Oliver De La Paz. Nice job tonight. The last several months have left the city of Worcester in a position of vulnerability and pain as our community struggles with multiple crises. In the face of adversities we face, it is crucial that we tackle all these issues together. I believe that many of the issues we are navigating are meant to separate us and divide our community. But now more than ever, we need to stay together. As someone born and raised in this city, I know that our city leaders serve their communities out of their devotion to and love of Worcester. This city made me who I am. And I feel inspired to get through challenges and find common ground even when we disagree. In this face of hardships, it is imperative for me as mayor, the city manager, the city council, and other local leaders to continue to step up and steward our community's path forward. We cannot do it alone. I encourage those here tonight to work with us as we navigate through uncharted territory and not give up on our city, the city that we all love. We will need to recognize our collective devotion to Worcester and do what we do best: put our heads together and roll up our sleeves. The municipality laid out our shared vision for the city over the next 5 years in the strategic plan last fall, and that, along with the Worcester Now Next plan, will serve as a guide and allow us the opportunity to navigate collaboratively. I know the city manager will share the progress of that plan tonight. I also want to highlight the city manager's Batista's dedication to this city that welcomed him with open arms and helped him become the leader he is today. I am confident that we'll be able to get through the current difficult times with his vision and compassionate leadership. Before things are turned over to the city manager, it is now my pleasure to introduce a video that reflects the heart and spirit of Worcester and our continued progress forward. Thank you.
While the world shakes, we stay rooted.
Worcester's heart will never be muted. Worcester holds its breath, then exhales belief. They watch us rise like we are not made of fight and flame. Worcester don't fold, we just learned the game.
This is Dr.
This
Seuss
city,
for Worcester.
my
This is
city,
amazing.
does not break. We just elevate.
Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches. I want to thank everyone who's here in person and also tuning in virtually for joining us tonight. I'm also honored to once again have this opportunity to address the state of the city. We have a lot to celebrate. But before I talk about the achievements of the past year and look ahead to what we have planned, I want to take a moment to reflect one of the most pressing challenges our city and our country is facing. I know that many of you listening tonight and residents across Worcester are in pain after the events on Eureka Street on May 8th.
He just start?
Yeah.
You are not alone in that.
Well, they gave us a Dr. Seuss poem first, and now,
That day we saw national issues
now he's doing this thing.
play out on our own doorsteps. Families and communities being terrorized and ripped apart. When I heard the anguish shrieks as a mother and a daughter were separated less than 2 weeks ago,
Kind of sus, Eric.
I thought of my own family. I thought about what I would do if my sons or my wife were taken
protester in there?
Yeah, I heard a shame.
The thought brings me to tears to my eyes even to today.
Brendan, can you turn down a little bit?
A family experienced
Gotcha.
irreparable trauma. And today, our city stands on the brink of division.
On the brink?
We cannot go back and change what happened. But we can learn from it and come together as a municipality and as a
You guys
community
can all
to
shut up about
determine
it.
how we respond moving forward. On Friday, my office issued an executive order putting the city's police policy regarding ICE on paper. So there can be no question of how we respond when
That
agents
executive
come
order
into
is
our city.
such fucking bullshit.
I also began the process of releasing the body camera footage for the incident. So as a city, we can fully
I hear
process
Wolfpaw.
what happened.
Yeah, that's definitely Wolfpaw.
My charge as city manager is to lead the city of Worcester. That includes the Worcester Police Department, 16 other municipal departments, and their nearly 2,000 employees.
Dude,
and
getting
all the
heckled
residents
at your
of the city.
invite-only State of the Union,
But tonight, I want to reaffirm to all
that's
of you
something
that the
else.
administration is prepared to manage the city through this, while staying true to the vision that we as a community have set ourselves. Before I begin speaking, we played a video that set up the theme, and I want to revisit one of those lines now. In the words of our very own youth poet laureate, Serenity Jackson, while the world shakes, we stay rooted.
I think I might know
Worcester's
some people that
heart
are there. I'll send some
will
text
never
right
be
now.
muted. We will remain resilient, even as the world around us seems chaotic. And in fact, Worcester's heart is still beating strong as ever. The state of Worcester has not shifted since my last address. We continue to be strong. Last year, I told you we were in an era of opportunity. And if we took advantage of that, we could enter an era of accomplishment. And we did take advantage. We did take advantage. And a lot of what I'm going to speak about tonight are accomplishments.
Oh, Tom
But we're
Matthews
also
told me I had to
facing a time of
RSVP.
uncertainty. And whether we like
I think,
it or not,
yeah, I wonder if that's
Worcester does
for
not exist
media.
in its own bubble.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah,
The events of May 8th made that clear. Decisions on a national level can affect our overall quality of life and especially our budget. However, no matter what is happening outside of the city limits, Worcester's priorities have not and will not change. We will continue to use the values set out in the strategic plan as a compass to guide us. Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I think I might have some eyes on the ground here.
Innovation, professionalism, resident focus,
Sweet.
evidence-based decision-making, excellence, and collaboration. That last value is particularly important. Because I know that even though we always strive to,
Manny is just sharing
not always get it right.
the city stream.
But by collaborating with stakeholders and members of our community, we can learn how to do it better.
Someone cruised through
In
the
fact, one
stream
great example
with him
of
as an ICE
successful
agent photo.
collaboration is our ability to
Did
host an
that
event
happen?
tonight. And I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who
Did that happen? I didn't see it.
Thank you to the JMAC for hosting us for the second year in a row. I also want to thank the Worcester Regional Research Bureau Executive Director Paul Matthews and the entire board and staff for partnering with us again. Your nonpartisan research and data analysis has proven critical in breaking down the issues affecting Greater Worcester, including your highly anticipated report on Civilian Review Board.
Oh, I don't know how
We're
highly
looking
we're
forward to
anticipating
your
it, brother.
37th Annual Thomas Green Awards next week and recognizing the unsung heroes of public service. Thank you to our incredible performers this evening. Doherty High School, Nayeli Roman. Thank you for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. I referenced her earlier, the youth poet laureate, Serenity Jackson. Thank you for providing powerful words in that video. Thank you to Poet Laureate Oliver de la Paz for your poem describing our city and spirit. To Father Hugo Cano, thank you for leading us in prayer. I draw inspiration from those words. To our legislative body, the mayor, Mayor Petty, our city council, the entire city council, thank you for your continued
Matapacos
partnership,
joint.
support, leadership, and for your commitment to the needs of our residents. Thank you to our state and federal delegations, business leaders, institutional partners, academic allies, and all invited
What are you saying
guests
thank you for? Shit
tonight
kind of fucking
for their
sucks
collaboration.
in general all around.
Again, let me emphasize this word, collaboration. As we address the
Like
challenges.
I did with ICE.
Collaboration.
In addition to the values I mentioned,
Collaborators.
the municipality
We
is
are
guided by
ICE
its mission to
collaborators.
deliver exceptional public services and operations that are rooted in equity,
I'm so sick
innovation,
that Thomas
and
Duffy just
integrity.
told WB.
We would not be able
that
to deliver.
They went there to protect
We
the
would
ICE
not be
agents.
able to deliver those services without
What
the
the
hard
fuck?
work and
Stop
dedication
lying, Eric. He's telling
of
the truth.
entire
Yeah,
municipal
yeah.
workforce. I call on everyone in the audience tonight to think about how you got here. Did you use your city roads? Did you stop at a stoplight? Did you park in a municipal garage? The often unseen
Did
work
a piece of cement fall on
our
your head
municipal workforce
in a
is
municipal
part of
garage you
your
were
daily
parked in?
life. And I would ask at this moment if there's any staff in this room to please stand.
Oh my God, I would sit. I would keep sitting. So, this is
Without
such a
you,
low
our
rent
trash wouldn't
fucking
get picked
affair,
up,
dude.
Potholes wouldn't get expanded,
I wish
and our
the sun would
parks
fall.
would become overgrown. Please join me in thanking them and all the work that they've done each and every single day. In a day-to-day life, those are the services that really impact our residents and our families. I know because I'm a resident of Worcester and the father of two young children, Lucas and Liam. My sons serve as an inspiration to do what I do every day, work to help create a better Worcester for their future.
Cower.
As many of our residents know, it takes effort to balance a full-time job
What I
alongside
do every
caring
day.
for a family.
Figure
also.
out how to stop the police union from releasing
When you don't see
whatever
me at
dirt
public
it is
events,
they have on me.
I'm probably out buying diapers or watching Mufasa for the 100th time with my sons.
Oh,
All
don't
while
act like
fielding
I'm
phone
always
calls
doing that.
and text messages from residents, counselors,
That's
and
not. That's the
employees.
most endearing part about it.
I would not be able to balance all of that without my incredible, strong, and supportive wife, Arianis. I want to give her a special shout out tonight because tonight is her birthday.
What? So this is supposed to be like state of the city, but he's just like
He's just saying thank you to everyone.
he's just doing like a personal
Happy
like
birthday, babe.
yeah.
Thank you for everything you do for me and our family.
Man.
In many ways, the city is its own family with a cast of familiar characters. We do not always get along, and sometimes very vocally. But at the end of the day, we all want Worcester to thrive.
Thanks, babe.
And just like a family, we come together in times of hardship and in times of triumph.
We need to get a
We have
transcript of
weathered
this and run it
countless
through a
tragedies
ChatGPT
together,
detector.
supported each other in emergencies, and celebrated victories with each other. We have come together in good times and in bad.
That is really funny.
To be
Like,
there
Yeah,
for
it's
one
like
another
he
as a
has
community.
total control over when
yeah,
that's
And we
going
will
on.
this
continue.
isn't an official like day.
I know right now we're
This
hurting.
isn't like
We're hurting.
the council doesn't vote on when this
And in
happens.
many ways, the
like he can just
community
book it
feels
whenever he
fractured.
wants to. The city owns the
But I'm
JMAC.
calling on
Like,
you
what-
now
Why
to
would you
come
do it on
together
your
and
birthday?
remember that Worcester stands for, and remember that what we
Imagine it's your birthday, you just have
that
to go
we
watch your husband get
are
heckled.
at our strongest when we stand together. As former President Barack Obama said at a youth town hall in 2010,
Oh yeah, here we go.
what is important is that we make sure to work together,
Do the
that
voice.
we understand our strength. comes
And
from
also I'm gonna
unity.
start drone striking you
division.
people.
Let me repeat
Do
that.
the voice,
Unity. Unity and not division.
Unity. Shut up. Yeah, using Unity to shut somebody up is so funny.
Oh, this is good. This is good coordination.
That's pretty good Unity. Oh, look at this guy standing up.
Hey, if this person that's in front of the camera can hear us,
I
hold your
invite
sign up
you
to
take a
block the
minute
camera.
to think about what you have been
Just
able
hold
to
it up a
overcome
little higher.
when we come together and have each other's backs. I'm not insisting that we all agree with each other. Families rarely do, but I'm asking that we listen to each other and treat each other with respect.
Silently ignores.
I am asking that we once again use our love for Worcester to find common ground. It's from common ground that we've worked diligently to plan the future
I
of the
would
city.
love for Worcester.
And when I say we, I mean all of our city
Worcester's
families.
our babe.
This is
I
the
mean the
best
residents
state of the city
show
dress
up
I've
at the city
ever
council
seen.
meetings, answer
Nobody
surveys,
this was going to
attend
happen.
meetings,
Why didn't they just
and
like
comment
do a
on our
video?
plans.
Why have a
I mean the
crowd?
nonprofits, developers, and
Right.
organizations that we work with who continue to believe in the strength of this city. I mean the employees
If the
who are
ASL
up
interpreter
early in
isn't
the
on the
morning
protests,
answering your 311
that's all
requests,
time.
and who are up at late at night.
She's just signaling
engaging
ice
with
off our
public at
streets.
commu-
Joe Petty,
community
Joe Petty, Eric Batista, big
We
dicks.
decided on the future of Worcester together, and it's enshrined in the municipal strategic plan and also the Worcester Now Next Long Range Branch, which will guide us, will guide our growth and
And
our
the
family
library.
in years to come.
Did the library get announced?
The
No,
plans
but
are
they're
not just
they're
the
trying to.
sitting on the
Yeah,
shelf.
yeah.
The objectives we
I've been
laid
following
out
that one.
stand true, and we are steadfast in our commitment to fulfill them.
Somebody throw a shoe at him.
And we are going to
Oh
actively
my
measure our
God,
progress
yes.
and hold ourselves accountable for achieving what we set out to
I don't
do.
think Eric makes it to the end of the year.
Tonight, I will remind you of the 6 goals
It's
of
all
the
right.
You're
strategic
gonna make it to the
plan.
end of the night.
Our
This is-
progress to date,
There is
and our
a
goals
nice
for the
make work
future.
job at UMass Memorial
Our
Medical
top
Center waiting
priority
for him.
is public health and safety. Ensuring our residents can lead safe and healthy lives. I'll say what I said before. That is not negotiable. It is imperative that we build and maintain a public health and safety infrastructure based on trust in the needs of our community.
This is crazy.
I know that recent events and the release of the DOJ report in December have tested that trust. That is why it is important
How many does
More
that hold? That room hold, Brian? 100,
for our
150,
staff,
250?
from our police, to our health
250, I
experts, to
think.
our engineers, to be out in the community.
No, it's not invite only. I thought it was. I was wrong about that. It should have been invite only if he wanted to, this to go the way that he wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get a crowd of 250.
Oh,
They're
pan,
being-
yes, pan to the protesters. Oh,
No, come on.
What, did someone just get fucking tackled? Dude, this is amazing.
That is why it is more important than ever for our staff, from our police to our health experts to our engineers, to be out in the
Leave
community
Eric
connecting with
alone.
residents and building relationships. Since July, Worcester police officers have spent over 20,000 hours conducting community engagement patrols. They are getting out of their cars and walking and talking with residents, getting to know the community they are serving, and letting the community get to know them.
Wait, what was that scanner
Worcester's
called?
always
I gotta
changing.
put the scanner on.
And I recognize that to best serve the needs of the community, the municipality also needs to change with it. By constantly reviewing how we operate
This is so fucking
and listening
good.
to the
This is
experiences of our employees in the community and the external third parties, we can better serve both.
Who are the external
While
third
Worcester
parties?
consistently ranks
ICE?
among the safest mid-sized cities in the United States, we did, unfortunately, had 16 homicides in 2024.
Oh my God, how is
12
he getting
which
through
involved firearms. These statistics are not just numbers. They represent someone's daughter, someone's mother, someone's son, someone's friend. There's a whole circle of people impacted. 13 of the 16 homicides are considered solved. But the Worcester Police Department is working hard to prevent these crimes from being committed in the first
13 of the
place.
16 homicides are considered solved because they were domestics.
The department has already met its goals of creating a dedicated local firearms unit, which recovered 11 guns and made 27 arrests just from July to March. Department-wide, a total of 90 guns were seized. That's 90 guns taken off the streets that could otherwise cause further harm.
Did you say go fuck yourself?
The municipality is also at its best when its departments are working together.
God, this is awesome.
For example, in the past year, the Department of Health and Human Services has strengthened its coordination with the Police Department's Crisis Intervention Team to enhance non-emergency outreach and support for individuals in crisis. With the events of the world as heavy as they are, it is no surprise that we've seen a rise in substance use disorder and poor mental health. Fortunately, we have already made strides toward achieving our objective of reducing overdoses and minimizing the harms of substance use disorder. Through the HHS outreach team, 276 individuals accessed detox services, and nearly 1,400 doses of Narcan were administered. We will also working to stop people from being before they start down the path of substance abuse. HHS has partnered with 14 youth-serving organizations to connect youth and their families to mental health,
Camera,
substance use
yes,
prevention,
let's see it.
and support services
It's so
through the
dark in
Recreation
there.
Worcester program, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. As we saw in the last year, our youth are also at risk of being the victims of traffic
This is
violence.
like cringier than anything.
They were sadly
like
among several victims
Tim
of car
Heidecker
crashes
or anybody
that
that
led us to
does that
declare
kind of
a
shit
road
has ever
safety
done.
and traffic violence crisis in August. It
If
was
someone
more
wearing
than
a
just
pig
a
mask
statement.
is a great question. Let me see. I'll do a scan of the.
It was more than just a statement. We have taken
I'll do a
several
scan of the
significant
socials.
steps to make our streets safer since then. We have adopted a 25 mile per hour statutory speed limit, developed a Vision Zero safety action plan, and constructed more than 20
Damn,
speed
Manny J Media coming out
We are
swinging right
taking
here. State of the
steps to
city, more
redesign our
stormtroopers,
streets
less community.
following the complete use model, which is aimed
When
to
Manny
allowing
J
safe
is saying stuff
access
like
to
that,
all
you've
people
really
damn.
lost the room, dude.
That includes developing a state-of-the-art pavement management program.
The nicest guy
The
in Worcester
program is
media.
prioritizing
Yeah.
routine
Easily.
and preventative maintenance instead of letting streets fall into disrepair before addressing them,
That's
giving the
amazing.
city better, more drivable city.
I
streets.
cannot believe he scheduled this on the day
We
of his
envision
wife's birthday.
a Worcester where workers can bike to offices.
Hold on, I gotta ask
students
Katie
can
what
walk
she would
to
do
school,
if I did
and
that.
visitors can easily navigate all the wonderful things our city has
If I
to
scheduled
offer
a speech
without
on your
having to
birthday and
worry
made you come and
about
have to
them,
watch it and people were
the
heckling
harm
me,
inflicted by a speeding
well, how
car
would you feel about that?
or an unsafe sidewalk. The vision we have for Worcester
Okay.
does not just
Well,
revolve
Katie
around
would like it.
Yeah.
She'd just like to see me get
The
embarrassed.
future
Yeah.
of Worcester we're
But she's a
building
freak
toward
though, so
a
that,
Maybe-
that's
well, maybe
the
that's what's
exception
going
that
on
proves
here.
the rule. Yeah. Hey.
affordable neighborhoods and reduce homelessness. That is not going to happen just because we want it to.
This is fun.
We need to guide development to ensure that the diverse makeup of classes,
Somebody yell
cultures
Baba
that
Booey.
shape the city we love can stay
WCT
here.
3000's penis.
Worcester has not stopped growing, and there is an anticipated demand for over 12,000 new housing units by 2033. To keep up, the city will need to help bring in over 1,000 units a year. 1,000 units. Now that demand is exciting. It's exciting demand. People are seeking Worcester as a place to live, to work, and to play. At the same time, nearly 40%, nearly 40% though, Worcester households are spending more than a third of their income on housing. When housing is eating up that much of your monthly budget, how much is left for food, clothing, childcare, and other daily costs? We want to make sure these residents can afford to not just stay in the city as our population grows and rents rise, but have a good quality of life. That's why we voluntarily went through
I
the
slaved
process
over
of
meatballs
drafting
all day
a
today.
housing production plan, which we
Nice.
released in March
Just got
to
the
guide
review
housing
in
policies
via text
to enhance
message.
stability, supply,
Good
and
meatballs.
affordability.
That's it.
Spot
Just
on.
good. Just
It
good.
found Worcester's population
great,
is
not
expected to
amazing.
grow to over 230,000 residents.
All we strive
by
for, right?
2050, with young
Yeah.
professionals and families
A
moving
solid
to the
B
city.
minus. I'll take it.
That's at least another 20,000 on top of our current population, which is already at an all-time high. Fun fact,
Now,
that
I don't know.
equates to adding Holden's entire population to the city. Part of the reason for our growth is also our employment base. In the past 10 years,
God, I cannot.
in the past 10 years, Worcester has added over
So
8,000
fucking
jobs,
grating, dude,
and
just
we
to
have
hear
the
it.
potential to add another 14,000
You know,
jobs.
I
by
always just think of it as
2034.
like it's just proof that
That is
all things are
something that we can all be
intersectional.
proud of.
Like
However, most workers in Worcester's top 10 largest
Kit, that's a
occupations
very
cannot
good
afford
point.
The medium sales price of
Everything
homes
he's listing
at
is like something that.
$460,000 and medium rent of more than $1,700. That is unacceptable. To increase the number of affordable units available for home buyers and renters, we have
Imagine
been
if it's
delivering
Tag out.
as we increase the supply of units
Oh,
in the
that's
city.
sick.
But the municipality cannot do the work.
Imagine he's like, what? And we got
It
a new
requires
contract with the
cross-sector
police unions.
collaboration with
All
small
free?
businesses, developers,
They
community
don't even have to
development
come to work
corporations,
anymore. It's great.
and other
Yeah.
stakeholders. We supported a coalition of partners in the completion of District 120, which brought 83 units of affordable housing online at 60% area median income or below. The application process painted a clear picture of the demand for affordable housing in the city. 750 applicants were submitted to fill just 83 apartments. That means that for every one apartment filled, there were at least 8 people or families still looking to find their home at a price they can afford. We want to help those families and have been building out our existing programs to help generate more units. In 2021, we established the Affordable Housing Trust Fund with $15 million of ARPA funding. In the last year, we committed the remainder of that funding and now are seeing some projects come to life. In total,
it definitely could
trust
have.
fund
It's
projects
harder in a small room like that,
571
and
new
they
units to the
probably
city, 324 of which
Just
are
thought,
affordable,
well, we have to
and
mic
72
the audience
of
so we
which
can hear all
are
the
ADA
applause. See?
Do,
I'm
you,
also
do we
happy to
think they
report
have
that
the
trust
audience
fund
mic'd? I don't
isn't going
know.
away. Now that the ARPA
I feel like
funding has
it's
finished,
I feel like it's
it will
extremely loud in
continuously be
there, and we're just
funded
hearing like
through our
they get
inclusionary
picked up
zoning
through
With
that
policy
with that mic
and the
that
community
he's talking
preservation
into, though,
program.
there's no way that it
So
would pick
far,
up.
Yeah,
$18 million invested through the fund has leveraged $306 million in residential construction. We're also creating pathways to homeownership to lower to lower income, BIPOC, and immigrant households. The down payment assistance program, developed with federal funding and local partners, has allowed more than 40 families to turn the keys.
Where's that music coming
of their
from?
first
I love
property.
Not from me.
Just this month.
Not from you, Brendan? Or is that
Are you
coming
playing
from
techno?
Have previously been in and out of shelters.
No.
Moved
you know,
into their new home.
in the background, I have Broadcastify on.
Oh, okay.
Just this month, a woman and her 2 children
that's not what it
who
was.
had previously been in and out of shelters moved into their new home.
That's coming
Now,
from the room.
She and other families will start building
No, I think
generational
it was,
wealth.
yeah, Brendan. It was in
which will
another tab,
build-
right, Brendan?
Which will benefit
Yeah.
both them and the city, as
I
it
would
will
love it
help
if it was coming from the room.
improve our overall economic health. We know these efforts are still leaving some behind, and that the number of unhoused individuals in the city is growing. These individuals need services now, and we are taking another step to meet them where they are
Dude,
by
no, you're
working
not.
with local stakeholders to open a day resource center. Our homes are where most people go to rest, take care of ourselves, and rest. But when you're unhoused, you have to worry about where you can wash your clothes, go to the bathroom, and charge your phone. This center will give unhoused individuals a place to do all of that. It will also help facilitate access to housing, employment, and other resources. Our work with partners also resulted in the second year of the Restore, Motivate, Validate.
Yeah, it
Emergency
rules to
Winter
rest and go
Show.
to the bathroom.
Listening to the demands of the community,
I love
this
to
winter
rest
we
and
were
go to the
also
bathroom
able to
during the
add
day.
a dedicated emergency shelter for women. We are working with community partners to explore having the shelter available on a permanent basis.
Oh, you're exploring it.
Worcester is a community that strives to take care of our neighbors
Oh,
and
my
also our
God.
neighborhoods. Which brings me to our third priority goal, clean city initiatives.
Oh, don't talk about the trash bins.
Neighborhoods,
You can-
streets,
he's-
and waterways that are clear of litter
Is he
and
gonna
contamination
close with
will
the trash
provide our
bins?
residents a higher quality of life.
How humiliating.
Unsurprisingly, we
That's
have
your
developed plans
marquee
to achieve
achievement.
this, from the Zero Waste Master Plan to the Green Worcester Plan.
Oh,
And
what's
as
in
you
the
may
trash,
have noticed,
baby?
we love plans.
Dude.
The Zero Waste Master Plan aims to chart a clear, actionable path toward a more sustainable, zero-waste future. We have made significant progress down that path in the past year. We launched the Clean
Did you guys
Streets
notice the
Collective,
graphic design on the yellow
are
bags changed?
actively working to increase our urban tree canopy and finalize a
No, I
plan to
didn't.
install over 150
big-
new public
big
recycling
heart
and trash bins on city
like
streets,
Worcester.
something we know
Yeah.
you've all been calling for. And as you may have guessed, once
cool.
again,
Looks pretty good.
we did not do that work alone.
Brockton's is better,
Members of the
but
community
it's pretty good.
gave their time on Saturday mornings and weeknights to join us planting trees in our new Milwaukee forest. And they continue to show up and volunteer to lead neighborhood cleanups. In addition to increasing our residents' quality of life, these efforts also help with our fourth priority. In addition to increasing our residents' quality of life, these efforts also help with our fourth priority goal.
So if you're Eric here,
The municipality
You
is
you just walk
guiding
off the stage, right?
transformative development initiatives.
Don't you just say, "I'm not
that
doing this,"
focus
if people are going to
intense
heckle me?
resources on a specific district to accelerate economic development.
Like,
We are working with business owners to beautify their corridors
No, you put up
through the use of banners, planters, and facade improvements.
metal detectors and
We're driving foot traffic
kick everybody
through
out.
hosting events like food truck and vendor pop-ups. We want to do
Oh,
everything.
I don't
we
feel
can to
bad for it.
support
I think
small
he's
businesses,
even handling
owners,
this poorly. I
because
think
we
that
know,
I'm imagining
we
Ed
know how
Augustus in the
critical
situation.
a role they play in our
Ed Augustus
economy
is
and our
saying, "I'm not
community.
dealing with this."
These
not trying to
businesses
like suffer
act as
through
a
it.
gathering spaces to bring community together and draw in visitors to experience all that Worcester has to offer. Good experiences.
No,
at
he
restaurants,
thinks that
bars, entertainment
he thinks
venues.
that leaving
Keep
would
people coming back and encourage
give them the
to move
win.
here.
Yeah,
We
that's-
also
that's so
streamlined.
backwards.
We
That-
also
But he
that's
doesn't
streamlined-
understand. He doesn't understand.
We also streamlined our special event permitting
That's weak.
Yeah.
taking away unnecessary hurdles.
You
for
are the
event
only
planners,
reason why anyone is there.
including waiving
You can
18
just flex
permits
that.
and their
Just
associated
walk
fees.
off. Good luck with the rest
These
of your
events are part of what makes Worcester special. Residents get to share their culture and talents.
Yeah, he just
while
doesn't
attending
understand how to like
and while attracting customers
lead.
to both
wield
participating vendors
like
and nearby
public opinion. If
In
you
addition
if you
to
just
small
bail and go,
businesses,
people won't be
key
quiet.
employment
I'm not gonna
sectors in
I'm not gonna be
Worcester
disrespected
include
like
the life
this, and you walk
sciences,
off. Then the
administrative
story
services,
becomes about how people were
healthcare, and
disrespectful,
government.
Right?
And wouldn't let him
You've
speak.
already
But
heard that
instead,
Worcester
he
could
just
gain
like
as
looks
many
like
as
a fucking cock.
14,000 new jobs by
He's just
2034.
bombing so bad.
Let me say that again. Let me say that again. So it,
Oh,
so it resonates. So it resonates.
Ugh.
14,000 jobs.
Just like begging the people that work for you to applaud in the crowd.
Yeah, please clap.
Resonates. That's the secret
Nothing-
phrase.
Nothing happened on its own. Nothing happens on its own. And we're going to do everything we can to support job creation and reach that number. Getting people stable, well-paying jobs can be life-changing. And as a college city, we want the students that come to Worcester and boost our economy to stay here. They already have their favorite bar, their running routes, and even their coffee shops. We just need to give them the same job opportunities here as they would get in other metropolitan areas. Our efforts
I don't
are
know
working,
if that's it, man.
and you don't have to look far to see that. 6 of my direct office staff graduated from Worcester colleges and universities. We're expanding our life science and climate tech industries.
What is that
can
anecdote supposed
both
to-
take advantage of the pool of talent our colleges are generating. As part of our overall push to expand our employment base, the Worcester Jobs Fund has exceeded enrollment goals, supporting 118 residents in preparation for living wage
Getting
and
to
career
'em.
opportunities.
Oh, he's
Mass
pissed.
Hire has
Getting
offered
to 'em.
35
Losing his
job
cool.
fairs and recruitment events, hosting over 350
Just wait until that's the
employers
story. City
and
manager loses his
7,000
cool.
job seekers.
Yeah.
One of our biggest steps toward our jobs goal is also thanks to collaboration with multiple organizations. The Greendale Revitalization Initiative is transforming some of the Norton Company St. Gobain campus into the 50-acre Green Tech Park. That park
I don't
will
think they're
facilitate
still
up to
heckling.
1 million
There's
square feet
yeah,
of
there's
new
a couple
manufacturing space
here and there, but
and is expected
it's
to create
quieted for
over
sure.
1,000 new jobs. The project is only possible because of several funding sources from the public and private sectors. To be able to operate
I'm not
effectively and efficiently
encouraging this in
with
any way.
collaborators, we
What
need
I'm
to
about
be
to say is not an
strong as an
encouragement
organization.
Sure.
of this
If we're not
behavior.
operating from a place of strength,
But
if we are not
imagine
operating from a place of strength,
a
anything we
streaker
try to achieve
right now.
will be negatively
Just
impacted.
just imagine it in your head.
That is why our 5th priority
It
goal
would
is
be
high-performing
relatively
government
easy
and strong financial health.
Yeah.
One
as
of the
opposed
ways
to
we
like
can
an NFL
guarantee
game
high
or
performance is
what have
improving
you.
residents'
Yeah.
ability to connect with us.
And
The
goddamn
municipality
lit
is
pop,
working to
you know?
improve communication by giving residents places outside of City Hall to connect with the local government. This year, we piloted the 311 Customer Service Center, where the residents of Main South can go for anything, from their birth certificate to notifying us on a down
All right,
tree
Ben,
or a
you got a
pothole
streak.
to renewing their passport.
Ben White, if you're hearing me,
The center
that would be
has been such a success. We are working to open one in each district. In fact,
Imagine
our proposed FY26
that's
budget has
the,
funds
that's
to open
this is
an
this is the
additional
moment
center
that
next
breaks
year.
Ben forever.
Speaking of our
and
budget,
he decides
however,
to go out in a
we have
blizzard
worked hard.
I would
We have worked
be
hard to
fully
keep Worcester
in support of
on a
that.
solid financial footing. A
I'd
stable
raise money
bond
for his
rating
bail.
over the last 10
I would
years
pay his bail
shows we
personally.
have done just that. To maintain that in this period of uncertainty,
I'd
my
bring him a change
administration is
clause.
proposing a reserve budget with minimal new expenditures to guard against risk. The
What are you
focus
talking
is
about minimal new
strengthening core
expenditures? You're
municipal
borrowing
services
$150
and providing
million.
them no matter what the circumstances. To prepare for that, we've proposed a $5 million contingency budget as a buffer to unanticipated federal, state, and grant reductions throughout the year. My administration has been committed.
Oh,
My
what did the
administration has been
tweet
committed
40 minutes
to
ago?
equity
I can't
since I became
wait.
city manager, and this proposed budget reflects that. We're undergoing pay equity analysis to ensure our municipal workers are getting paid fairly based on their job responsibilities, experience, and position. And while it doesn't involve any new positions being added since the last fiscal year, this is the first year we'll see all the positions filled in the office of the Executive Office of Diversity
That's
and
awesome.
Inclusion. The infrastructure
You gotta hand it to him.
exists, so
You
our
gotta hand it to
recently
Worcester Red
appointed
Sox.
chief equity officer
Show us
has
your
the
kitties.
tools and support necessary to meet the needs of the municipality. It's Worcester's vision to be a thriving community where opportunities are available to everyone, regardless of their background.
I emailed John Oliver to try to submit the Blue
Worcester has a
Sox to his
history
rebranding
of
plan,
welcoming
and he
people
never
from
got
all
back
walks
to me.
of life, and that is still true.
I think I watched
All
this
walks
week's
of life,
episode,
and
and they
that
had
is
a
still
lot of
true.
actual teams that reached out themselves.
In February,
So annoying
February,
that Worcester didn't.
the
oh
city
my God.
council voted to adopt a resolution declaring Worcester a sanctuary city for transgender and gender diverse people.
Yeah,
The Office of New Americans, the
You
Office
did
of New
so much to
Americans,
support that.
which the city helps fund, connects immigrants and refugees to all the services they need to get settled. Our status as a welcoming city is important. Our status as a welcoming city is important to us. And we have been working for the past several months to receive a designation from Welcoming America. So why pursue that designation?
What the fuck does that mean? I've never
Because
heard
we're
of
not
that.
complacent.
A designation from
Welcoming America provides a welcoming standard which sets benchmarks that will hold us accountable as a welcoming city and spur innovation.
Oh my God.
Being an inclusive city is a badge where we want to wear proudly, and we're not going to let current national politics impact that.
I mean, how can you say that right now? Like,
It is easy to uphold your values when no
Come-
one is questioning them. It shows your true character
oh
if
my,
you can still uphold them in the face of potential backlash.
dude, you did. Oh,
As Martin
Jesus.
Luther King Jr. said,
You literally
the
did the
ultimate
opposite.
measure of a man is not where he stands in the moments of comfort and convenience,
Oh, are you quoting
but where he
MLK?
stands at times of challenge and
MLK,
conflict.
notorious supporter of
I
closed
want to make
all
decisions that
fences.
will make my sons proud. Because
Quoting
those
MLK
decisions
after
will not just
locking
impact my son's
City
future,
Hall down with metal
they will
detectors
impact
and
the
ID
future of all
requirements
children
is
growing up.
awesome.
That's why our sixth and final priority goal is investment in quality education. The children walking the
underinvest
halls of our
every year, including
46
this year.
public schools
MLK
could one day
killed
walk
by
the halls of our
police.
executive offices, City Hall, our hospitals, our State House.
Before being killed by
They
police.
will inherit whatever we leave,
One of our priority goals
and
is
they will be the ones
yeah,
in the
right.
positions to make decisions. To secure a better future for Worcester, it is essential to secure
a whole
better
different kind
future
of
for our
masked
students.
federal agent.
Right.
To do that, we need to give them a solid foundation, starting with their school buildings. And I do want to take this moment. I do
Oh
want
my,
to take
wha-
this moment.
I
know-
hate
don't know if
how
she's here,
Worcester
but I
politicians
do want to thank
use
departing
school buildings.
superintendent.
Like that shit
Rachel
is
Morales,
decided
for her
by the
partnership,
state.
her friendship
Like
in that work.
you
And
were
I look
just
forward
there.
to continuing that partnership with incoming
Yeah.
Superintendent Brian Allen. So thank you, Superintendent
I
Rachel
mean-
Morales.
Also, we invest in our public schools out
In the
of the
past
local
fis-
budget at the bare minimum.
Right. Right.
Oh, my. Oh, dude, no one cares if you're staying or leaving, dude. This is where he fucking. Are they applauding him leaving? That's awesome.
I probably think so. I don't know if he quite understands that, like, what a steamrolling effect he has on like actual, like he started yelling and the rest of the protesters stopped.
Yeah.
Like, you don't be a fucking bulldozer, dude. If you want to back
In the
people up,
past
then
fiscal
great.
year,
But
the
that's not what you're
municipality
doing.
contributed more than $10 million on behalf of school operations and debt reserves for the future of school projects. In August, thanks to local and state partners, the new Doherty High School opened with state-of-the-art facilities for physical education, the arts, and career technical education. Every aspect of the school construction was forward-looking. That means
I like
we
the
took the
idea of
realities
a
of
blended
climate
crowd,
change
though.
seriously.
Like 50% jeering, 50%.
Right.
That's
school
that makes
has
an
electric
awesome
vehicle
comedy.
charging
Like you
stations,
encourage like a bunch of people that hate you to come in
and
and
a
heckle.
solar energy system that provides
Doing us that.
50%.
That could be really fun.
As
Let
we
the
plan
audience
the
work it
city's
out.
future,
And just doing your thing.
it is with sustainability.
Unfortunately, my crowds are all
resilience in
100% people that hate me.
We are making progress. The city reduced its
Forgot to
greenhouse
send out the other
emissions
invites.
by 8.2% from 2009 to 2023, and our energy savings performance contract has resulted in an 18%
No, he's
reduction.
a guy trying to stay on top of a spinning log in a river. Like,
These efforts
just doing whatever
not
it
be
takes
enough on
to
their own.
keep that job.
We've woven
He was doing whatever
sustainability
it took
and
to get
resilience
that job.
goals
Now he's doing whatever it
into the
takes to
municipality's broader
keep it.
vision for
That's all it
growth
is.
and well-being, to
That's all it
create a
is for
city
anybody.
that thrive amid a changing
I
climate
think
change.
Eric has a very complicated personal philosophy, and I don't mean that to sound apologetic. I think he's got
future
a
of Worcester
philosophy
is
that
something
doesn't
we are
necessarily
building
match up with the stated goals of like representative democracy. He's like in a tough spot to make that all work in his head.
all have their hand in the Worcester
There's
reset.
advanced calculus going on in that noggin right now just to keep it all together.
Our
Are you saying
greatest
because he
chance to
desperately
create
wants to
the
be
Worcester we want
a
to see
small-time
is if we
dictator?
all work communally toward a shared vision. Communally toward a shared vision. Right now, the idea that people with such varying backgrounds and experiences would have the same vision may
There's
seem
another universe in which Batista is just like
It might seem even
grind
more
set,
impossible when we're
you
met
know,
with daunting
crypto,
news on what seems like a daily basis.
just like a finance kind of bro.
But we're
and
still making
he's doing
progress
great,
toward our
you know?
vision. A thriving community where opportunity is available to everyone, every single day. People are choosing
Because
to
like it's a
move to
lot of
Worcester
money for me,
because of the welcoming community we have
but
built
like
together.
it's not really that great of a
They are staying here
to be
because we are
the,
making sure they have the resources
manager
they
of
need
the
to
smart.
succeed.
She's translating the
Yeah.
the protester.
Got to. You got to. Oh yeah, what did the crowd have an issue with there?
People are choosing to move to Worcester.
Oh Christ! What a line to come back in on.
They are staying here because we're making sure they have the resources they need to succeed. Worcester residents are putting the city on an international stage.
That's a clip moment.
Worcester
right there.
native Stephen Nedorowski had an epic run at the Paris Olympics, earning
Dude,
2 bronze medals and
was
winning the
that
hearts
this
of
year?
the world
Fuck.
as the
Yeah.
pommel horse guy.
That's crazy. Feels like 10 years ago.
UMass Chan Medical School professor Victor Ambrose.
I kind of was only half paying attention. Is he taking credit for
his co-discovery
Olympics
of
win? Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
Professor,
I told him, look
there
sleepy,
to claim
look
that
sleepy and disinterested when you're sitting down over there. You'll become a meme. You'll be on Dancing with the Stars.
And the Beyond Wrestling community has created such a pull to the city. The Grammy-nominated artist Clairo filmed a music video here. One of the many exciting things filmed
Oh,
in the
you ain't
city
never
over the
been to
last year.
fucking Beyond Wrestling. Don't.
We have done all of this while
Imagine if he
upholding
was
the
Don't take
values
credit.
we've set for ourselves.
Round of applause for Claro.
So even though times of
Don't take credit for
uncertain
what us freaks built.
there's still something that we
That
can
is the
count on.
sickest music video of all time, though.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
So random too. Like even the story of how it happened. It's just like perfect.
It rocks.
Then we should all take a moment
Look
to thank
at
her
the
for
people
making
around you. Look at them. Think about how they stepped up and supported the community when it needed it most. Think about what you have done yourself to support the community. It is because of all of you and the work we've done together.
No, just
that
their
we were able
training
to
school,
enter an era
but
of
only because the White
opportunity
Eagle
in the
is
first
doing
place.
renovations upstairs.
You, our residents, business owners, students, and workers are
The shows are still at
why
Electric
the
Haze every
state of
Thursday night.
Worcester is strong. You are the consistent heartbeat that keeps this city.
Yeah, UMass
running.
Chan is there's
When
like
you
a
walk out of this
they're on the
theater
verge of a
or
strike
in this
over there.
room,
There's
I want you
there's
to
a
focus on
rally.
that.
A
Instead
few
of
of the
giving to the
support
anger
staff unions
and
are
division,
rallying next
think
Tuesday.
about the friends, family, and neighbors
it's not a good
that
scene
make
over
up
there.
your community. Commit to standing up.
Was it
And
Worcester
together
Business Journal that
with
put out
them
that list
to
this
achieve
week
the
of
vision
the
we
top
set for
10
ourselves.
most influential
we do,
The
people in
Power
Worcester?
100.
Yeah, a Power 100. That's what
I
it
know
is.
we will not break. Like the
Did you guys read that list?
I mean,
elevate
I skimmed it.
the state
It
of
fucking
Worcester
rocks.
for
Every
generations to come.
part of it
Thank you and God
rocks.
bless you.
That's it, huh? Wow. Oh, I get UMass Medical and UMass Chan confused a lot. It's at one of the two. Let me.
UMass Chan is the medical school,
wanna-
right?
Yeah.
Well, then there's like.
And UMass Memorial is the old
I want
Memorial
to commend
Hospital
City
on
Manager Eric Batista for
further
his
down
commitment
Belmont.
to report directly to the community, those at home as well as those here, even during challenging and divisive times. I think it's tremendously commendable. I also want to commend him on his grace under pressure, which I think we've
commendable.
seen quite literally this evening. So let's give another round of applause, please.
Round of applause for getting heckled.
Thank you very much, everyone, and thank you to the JMAC.
Well, that was a nice time.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Guardiola sitting fucking front row.
I cannot wait to download this video.
What a
I'm gonna do it.
dumb.
I'm gonna do it right now.
What a stupid thing.
That was very, very sick.
That rocked.
So I have it timestamped at 7:09, which I believe will be about an hour. Wait, no, they started streaming at 6. So
6. Yeah,
it'll
they
be just
started,
after an
yeah.
hour in when the polite heckler that Batista would stop for, laying out the whole thing, and then he just goes, "People are moving to Worcester." Oh man, that was something else. Let me
It
tell
rocks.
you. Yeah.
It rocks.
Yep.
I do want to say that Power 100, number 1 on the list, Tim Murray.
Yeah, of course.
Which is like giving an award to yourself.
Right.
Then Che made the list, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Che outranking Eric Batista on the list, who was tied for
sick.
tied for like 8th, I think, behind Che.
That's really gotta chap his ass.
Everyone's got to go check out the list. It rocks. It's so good. It's fantastic.
Brad Kane, the editor, had an attached sort of like analysis that the headline is something like so tough sounding. It's like, how do we explain power? Something like that. I haven't read it yet, but it's like, whoa, dude. Take her easy. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah. So, to recap, stupid city run by stupid idiots, against and for, cowards and fools, all of us. So,
yeah, that was the state of the city address that we deserve.
yeah. It's just none of it was shocking. Everything happened exactly the way we thought it would, and it fucking rocked.
Yeah.
So that's your state of the city, everybody. I hope
You
you're
know what?
heartened by what you heard tonight.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to keep this in mind. Like I said before, I want you to think about it, and this is not an encouragement to do anything. But like, imagine if there was a streaker. Like, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Imagine it. Just think about it. Just
Yeah.
think about it.
If Worcester just had a streaker, like not just at this event, but at every event, like anything that of note, we just had,
Right.
we knew there was like the Whistler.
Right.
You just knew that person was going to show up.
Right. The kissing bandit. If we had the streaking bandit.
Do I know when City Hall will release more body camera footage? No. But if you did a records request for body cam footage, per the instructions that I laid out for 10 business days, they owe you a response. If you do not get a response after 10 business days, you can file a state appeal.
Your meal is free.
If we have like 30 people, I know a lot of people sent in those records requests. If the state records access supervisor gets like 30 or 40 appeals, it's going to be a big problem. So pay attention, and I'll be blasting out some updates on that. There used to be a streaker. Well, we need to hear that story.
Yeah.
When was the streaker? Imagine it's in that old WGBH archive footage. It's
Yeah.
just like a random ass streaker.
That would,
Eric would be better also, Ruth, if there were more tells on the city council. That is true. Because Eric
true.
Eric is very willing to support like progressive things.
Right. He's just a coward.
He's a coward, and he's in the impossible position of dealing with a police union that's much more powerful than him, and a majority of the city council that's deathly afraid of the police union.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. And we get no source of who the streaker was. I guess we'll have to continue doing research into this.
Awfully rude thing to just throw out there, knowing you weren't going to provide any follow up. I'll just say that.
You've piqued our interest. Now you have our attention.
Now you have our attention.
Just something I wanted to throw out there, just because I don't know how many people caught it yesterday, but it's probably more relevant to Worcester than a lot of other places. But it sounds like the administration is going to start moving on pulling the asylum claims for both the Haitian and the Afghan community that have been Ukrainians as well too. But I don't think we've seen a large number of Ukrainians into Worcester. But we do obviously have enough Haitians where Joe was out raising a flag with them last week, so that's going to that's going to age well, Mayor, in an election year. But yeah, for anyone that's involved with I don't know, keeping an eye on ICE and whatnot, that's the thing to be looking for, I think, in particular over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's gonna
be dark.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you gotta see Maura Healy being like, great.
Right. God.
The Afghan population, and I've gotten really close to a younger kid who's about 20 who's here that trained with him at the gym. But I mean, he's here because his brother was a translator for the military, and that's how they came here. And like, his fate is unclear. It's like, what do you have to fucking do?
Right. Yeah, I know a guy that was in the Afghan Air Force and came here as a refugee in 2021 because he had to. So, yeah. Listen, we've said it before and we'll say it again. You have to reckon with the idea that things are going to get bad in a way that you are not comfortable with, and we're all going to have to do some stuff that doesn't make us feel good. So it's time to start getting ready for that. It's time to start
thinking that people think of in advance where their line is. It's good to at least have a general idea of where your line is.
Yes. You need to know where the people around you's lines are as well, so that you can act accordingly or organize accordingly.
You need to breathe in that gas from the second season of Andor. Whatever that shit is.
You need to learn to smoke grenades like that guy in Kenya did last year.
Like streaking, exactly like
Yeah.
streaking is a great way to rip off the band-aid of normalcy.
Yeah.
Once you cross that line, it'll be like a political awakening, kind of.
It's true. It's very true. Could be freeing
Yeah, it's certainly freeing.
for your mind and your body.
Mm-hmm.
And throw a shoe at somebody, anybody, doesn't matter. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight on an off night to a objectively dumb thing. And we appreciate you all for hanging out and making fun of it with us because it's very stupid.
I'm gonna be
So
throwing up some clips post haste on probably the Worcester Sucks Instagram or something. I just Instagram. I'll tag the Worcester Consultator Instagram.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're following Worcester Sucks and I Love It. If you're not a subscriber, become one today. BillShaner.substack.com. Worcester Sucks.
That's right, baby.
At Worcester_Sucks. Follow us at WCT3000 on Instagram as well. We'll share those. Subscribe to us here on Twitch. We love to have you. We love to do hype trains. So let's keep doing that.
Fucking do it. You won't.
Yeah, coward. Wooten Comedy. We got some shows coming up throughout the summer. We're starting to get geared up for Worcester Hot Dog Safari. June 21st is the Top Dog Titan hot dog eating contest as well. So make sure that you are sign up to become a top dog. If the fire of competition burns in your heart, then please join. Follow Worcester Hot Dog Safari or the Hot Dog Safari on Instagram to sign up. We have until June 1st to sign up. You get a t-shirt, you get all the hot dogs you can eat, and you get to take part in what is sure to be an insane day. Beyond Wrestling will be there for a show afterwards as well. So support things, do fun stuff in Worcester because they ain't gonna be around much longer.
What a note. What a closing note.
Let's close on that.
Enjoy Worcester while you can, because it ain't gonna be around much longer.
Bye everybody. We love you. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Mwah, 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 mwah.